on my way. Those were the last words in a text message that your best friend may have been typing before they got into a fatal accident on their way to meet you for their monthly get together. You see, texting while driving or distracted driving can lead to many accidents, causing minor to major injuries or possibly even death. I personally have been involved in a minor traffic incident that was with a distracted driver. The damage caused from that incident totaled my car and hers and led me to need multiple months of physical therapy and now a tight and sore neck when the weather gets cold. If you were able to live longer knowing your text message telling your friends or family that you were on your way, would you send it? Or would you wait to tell them to their face? You see, in today's technologically advanced society, there are many ways we can avoid texting while driving or distracted driving. If we simply wait to respond to messages received while driving or install and use hands-free devices, we could prolong our lives as well as our friends and families. A simple change in our behaviors while driving, such as waiting to respond to messages received or staying focused on the road ahead, could save many more lives. While driving, we encounter several distractions. If we look at this infographic published by ifaaauto.com, we can see that there are three main types of distractions: visual, manual, and cognitive. Furthermore, we can see the percentages related to the specific distractions. According to a study released by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or the NHTSA, and the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute, VTTI, 80% of collisions and 65% of near collisions involve some form of driver distraction. Also, the distraction occurred within 3 seconds before the vehicle crash. That is a staggering statistic. Imagine if we all just stay focused on the road ahead of us and ignore distractions such as eating, texting, or other events occurring outside of our cars. We could easily reduce that number greatly. In addition, in a survey conducted on teen drivers by AT&T in 2012, it was found that 43% of teens admitted to texting while driving, and 61% admitted to glancing at their phones while driving. Although the statistic is mildly outdated, it shows staggering numbers. With the increase in phone usage in today's society, it's no doubt that the numbers have increased with the youth. If only they were able to use hands-free devices or stay focused, they would help lessen the steep curve of accidents caused by distracted driving or texting while driving. With today's technologies, we can easily prevent ourselves and our youth drivers from being engaged in distracted driving. From the same survey conducted by AT&T, it can be found that 89% of teenage drivers expect a reply or back to their email or text message within 5 minutes or less. From that statistic, we can conclude that younger drivers are highly more likely to be distracted due to awaiting their responses. Younger drivers tend to need immediate response. It can be assumed that the best solution to help alleviate that would be for them to install hands-free devices. According to an article written by Antoine Goodwin for CNET.com, he states that the Message Access Profile, MAP, gives a Bluetooth connected receiver, in this case, your car, bidirectional access to SMS messages, text messages, on your phone. Incoming messages can be read aloud while you drive, relieving the temptation for you to reach for your phone every time the notification sounds. This alone reassures us that we can take it down, the statistic of 61% of us peering at our phones when we get notifications. Imagine how much safer we could make the roads if we utilized devices similar to these and kept our attention where it matters, on the road ahead of us. In addition, a research study conducted by Virginia Tech concluded that drivers who use hands-free electronic devices as opposed to handheld ones, well, they're less likely to get into a crash. The researchers at Virginia Tech had monitored footage of 3,454 drivers and found that nearly 1,200 of them were crashes caused by distracted driving, thus increasing their crash rate 2 to 3.5 times more. Whereas those who use hands-free devices were at a far lower crash rate. Wouldn't you want to be able to greet your best friend in person rather than hearing from his or her parents that he or she was on their way to see you, but instead was involved in a fatal car accident? You see, I urge you all to please wait and respond to any messages received while you're on the road. Stay focused and maximize the use of a hands-free device to save both you and your friends' lives by preventing more accidents, fatal or not. Because from the memorable words of the AT&T campaign, no text is ever worth dying for. Thank you.